Hello, welcome all my paper crafting friends. Today, if you're watching live, is Friday, August 9th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. This is Patty Bennett, and you might notice kind of a lot of cards today. I've been really going, well, I don't want to say crazy, but I've been having fun making a ton of cards with, oh, sorry, hang on, wait, one sec. You don't need to hear me in stereo on my tablet over there. But I've been having a great time using the Hexagon punch. This is called the Heartfelt Hexagon from Stampin' Up. And I have been making tons of cards with this punch. So today, you can tell, we're going to have a little sneak peek of holiday catalog product. I have lots of different designer series papers that we're going to look at to make this card idea. But what I'm really excited about today is that I have a really fun tip for you for making these cards. And I'm not sure if it's something that you had thought of. I don't even know really how I thought of it, but I'm going to be sharing it with you, and I hope that you'll enjoy the tip and that you will have fun creating these cards. So, as I always say, if you're watching a replay, please skip ahead for a minute while we welcome all of our live viewers, and you won't miss a thing, I promise. So, hello to Shannon, Stacy, Mary, Denise, Lois, Linda, Lori, Diane, hello. It says, and 25 other people. So, hello, 25 other people. I am so glad that you're all here. I'm really excited about today. Hey, Colleen and Julie, Patricia, Terry, Darlis, how are you all today? I am so glad that you're here. This is going to be a fun video. You can tell lots of color, lots of patterns, lots of pretty papers, sneak peeks. We have so much fun to cover today. Hey, Jen, Shella, Lori, Tracy, Faith. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining today. I'm going to give everyone about 15 more seconds and then we're going to officially start. Hello, Tracy. Welcome. Thank you. Yes. Bright cards, Julie. Yes. Yep. Nedra says, love all the colors. I know. If you have watched me for very long, you know I am just all about color. I love color. I love mixing and matching colors and color combos and patterns. And it makes me so happy. It makes me smile. Oh yes, Judy, thank you. She was mentioning the pre-order. Yes, we're just going to talk about a couple of new pre-order products. This is not a pre-order unboxing. This is a Heartfelt Hexagon card making video with tips on how I used this. And we will look at a couple new products, but this is not an unboxing video. But that will be next week. I will plan to do that next week with you. I barely got everything yesterday morning, just barely got everything unboxed, and I do need to unpack it all, label it, get in all of that. So yeah. Good morning, Keisha. Hi, Nancy, Barbara, Donna, Lynette. Hi, Ethel, Ruth, Rosie. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Hi, Tammy. So let's go ahead and get started. This is Patty Bennett. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have been a demonstrator for over 29 years, and I have over 61, 64, I don't know, over 6,000 blog posts for you at pattystamps.com if you're ever looking for inspiration, tips, ideas, products, catalog requests, all those things. You'll find it all at pattystamps.com. And speaking of that, the cards that we do today, that we look at today, will be on my blog on August 10th and 11th. So if you're looking for those, that would be the posts you look for. And in the YouTube description, I will link to those as soon as those posts go live. Today, our featured product is this Heartfelt Hexagon punch. And I'm going to show you a really fun tip of how I create 4 cards at a time. And I don't know if any of you have thought of doing this, but that's what I'm going to share with you today. And I do want to tell you something that's, I don't know, maybe you find it frustrating like I do. The Heartfelt Hexagon punch, when you look in the catalog index, the annual Stampin' Up! Catalog, it says it's on page 96. Okay, here's page 96. Here is one punched out image, and it's listed right here, but it's not pictured. And I don't know about you, but being a visual person and a crafter, my eye is looking for a picture of this. I don't know, is your eye looking for a picture of this? My eye is looking for a picture of this. So I have a feeling that it's going to be overlooked and underused and underordered during this annual catalog. But I did want to point out that it is listed and there is a punch right there, and that's where you'll find it. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, just sorry, had to get that out. But if you are looking for these supplies today, on my blog, pattystamps.com, Friday, August 9th, you'll find all of the supplies I'm using. You'll notice that if you're probably watching live right now. If you're watching a replay though, the sale prices may not be in effect. This is an August 2024 special. So if you're watching in August, you will enjoy sale pricing on several of the designer papers that we're using today. I do have a sneak peek, so this is not available yet, but only to demonstrators. But the hexagon punch is there. All you have to do is click on it and it goes to my online store. So if you're looking for that, again, the supplies are listed today. So let's quickly look at these, and then I'm going to show you how I make these. So this is a set of 4 cards. I think they're completely adorable, mainly because there's penguins on them. And this is the Snowy Scenes designer paper from the upcoming Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog. It starts for customers on September 4th, 2024. So we're going to be using this paper. I'm going to show you creating a set of 4 cards in a minute. I have embellished them with the new ephemera pieces. They are also in the holiday catalog. So we're going to look at those. That'll be a little part of the sneak peek today. So that's that set of 4. These, I just did a set of 3, but you could honestly, do a set of 4. This is the Lily Pond Lane designer paper, and I wanted to show how you could make one that was kind of mainly flowers, and then one that had the ducks, and one that had the frogs and the lily pads. So we'll look at that also. I also used different colors in the background. So do you see how using peach versus using balmy blue versus Pretty Peacock, do you see that difference that makes when you allow those punched pieces to be on a different background color? So that's just something to note. I did these 4 as just sort of one-offs, let's call it that. So the Take to the Sky, I think. Let me just peek over here. Oh, did I miss that one? I missed that one on the supply list. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, Take to the Sky, and it is in the annual catalog. I just did one of those. I did one with the Unbounded Beauty. I did one, actually, I thought I did a whole set of these. I might have already mailed these to customers. This is the Wildly Flowering, and this is To Market paper. These 4 I wanted to include today because they are a part of the designer series paper sale. So I just wanted to show you that you can get lots of different looks, right? When you are using different papers, you can get a manly card, you can get a pretty floral, you can get kind of these beautiful 1980s colors that I like to call them. You can get a fun, vibrant, market, cute shopping, whatever you want to make that. Hang on. Oh, yes, Renee. So Renee was saying regarding the punch on that page that it is hard to find things. It definitely is. Yep, it definitely is. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading some live comments. Oh, you like the Lily Pond. Thank you, Stacy. Thanks. Yeah, the punch not being pictured is really difficult for us visual people, Cindy. I agree. Take to the Sky. Thank you, Tammy. I don't know what I just called it, but thank you. Thank you. So, anyway, just wanted to show you that these 4 papers are on sale in August 2024. So if you were interested in making any of those are some ideas for you with paper that's on sale. And speaking of the sale, the Full of Life paper is on sale, and I thought this was really pretty to use all the different patterns. Pretty sure I used all 24 patterns in this package, and then decorate them as a set of birthday cards. This really cute cupcake, it's one of my favorite stamps in the catalog. It's from Pocket Thoughts. I'm going to just show you that real quick. And it's a 2-step stamp. So you stamp this one in one color, and you can either stamp this in the same color or a different color. What I enjoyed doing was, for instance, here, stamping both images in Melon Mambo, and then I used Peach Pie to color some little spots in there, as well as the bottom of the cupcake. And it brought out the peach color in this designer paper. So that's kind of an option with that stamp. Here I stamped them both in Melon Mambo, and I used Pretty in Pink to color in some of the parts that were still white. I didn't really want them white, but I wanted some color to that. So just little tips there for you, fun ways to use that stamp and then create cards. And speaking of sets of 4, let's look at this one, and then I'm going to show you how I did these. Here is a set of 4 that I did. This is an online exclusive designer paper, and I did bring this up here with me. It's from the Season of Green and Gold. If you missed this PDF, there's quite a few pages here. As of August 6th, this is all of the paper from the online exclusive offering. These products, for the most part, are not in a catalog. I do believe there might be 1 or 2 that they have put in both places, but really 99% of what's in this is not in the catalog. So you'll only find them online, thus the name, Online Exclusives. And I did provide a copy of this on my business Facebook page yesterday. So if you want a free download, you can go click that PDF and grab this and print it for yourself. But the paper I used here is this Season of Green and Gold. Like I said, only available as an online exclusive. And look how pretty. Do you see that beautiful foiling? Isn't that gorgeous? So one side would be kind of your plain regular paper, and one side has gold accents. And I don't know if you can tell, but the background, yeah, you can see it. So between these punched out pieces, I actually put this on the gold, I think it's called gold textured or gold foil, one of the two, gold paper, just for a little extra glitz. And I used the, hang on, let me find what this is called. I don't know. Again, sorry. It's a little disjointed for me. That's why I printed this out for myself. Here, it's the Golden Greenery Dies. It's part of that suite. And I used it to die cut out some of the paper. And I used that as my accent pieces behind a circle greeting. But I think this set of 4 turned out really beautifully. Oh, thank you, Claire. Oh, thanks, Ruth. Oh, I'm so glad you are all enjoying this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, oh, I'm sorry you can't get a full screen view. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do on my end. I'm sorry about that. So, like I said, my tip for you today will be showing you how to make 4 cards at once. But I want to back up just, sorry, just dropped my paper. Oh, okay. I want to back up and just show you, if you just want to make 1 card, I want to show you how to do that with the hexagon punch. And then you can go from there and expand and do the 4 cards at once if you like this technique. So these papers, I just punched these out this morning. These are brand new. Aren't these pretty, gorgeous, regal, rich looking colors? This pack is called Regal Winter, and it is in the Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator, if you need a catalog, I posted a picture of this a couple days, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, on my blog. You can request one of these catalogs from me. And in fact, this year I'm asking that everyone fill out the request form because Stampin' Up! Has made a few changes in importing an older customer manager system into a new customer center. And a lot of you are not in my new system because you've been checking out as a guest, or you have never really filled in all of your information, such as your phone number and your email address. So I know it sounds crazy. You might think, oh, no, I'm one of her customers, but you really may not be in my new system. So I'm asking that everyone fill out the request form this year if you want a catalog. That will help me know that you want to be my customer. Okay. Anyway, back to the cards. So if you want to just make one card, you're just going to cut your standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card front, and you're going to start gluing down your patterns. What I like to do is I like to just sort of start laying them out. In fact, I'm going to start with this one. I lay them out before I start gluing, and I get sort of a feel for how I might like my pieces to kind of go together. And don't forget, double-sided, so you always want to look on the other side. Now, this particular one, to me, this does not need wild wheat, so I'm not going to use that side, but I'm just going to puzzle my pieces in here and see what I like together. So I just look at both sides. Yeah, not the wild wheat. The wild wheat will go on something else. I just don't think it's going to be perfect for this card. So I think I might do, yeah, I like the purple and the purple and the purple. So this is kind of how I start. This is what I look at. So let me show you what you would do. Highly recommend the liquid glue or green glue, whatever you like to call it, Tombow, whatever your favorite name for it is, and start gluing. I like the Tombow because, as you know, Tombow gives lots of great wiggle room as you are placing your piece down, and you can decide how much space you want to put between each. Hang on, let me grab my silicone mat because I don't want this to be glued down to my desktop here. Okay, you decide how much space you want, and you'll notice I just selected white cardstock for this background. I think in reality, maybe I would pick an actual color for this, but I wanted you to be able to see, as I'm puzzling these pieces on, the background. I think it's easier to see the white here, and you can kind of see how much space I'm leaving between each hexagon. And then tip number 1 is coming up here, so I don't want you to miss this. So this piece down here and this piece down here, you're going to see that about half of it is hanging off the edge. And so what I'm going to do, as to not waste paper so that I don't have to grab another hexagon to put up here, make sure these are kind of glued down here. What I'm going to do is snip off these two pieces. And then I am going to glue those up at the top. And you can either put, like I'm doing, glue on the hexagon or glue on the background paper. Doesn't matter, whatever you're comfortable with. You notice I've done both on this card. Okay, so just trying my best to roughly keep the same amount of white showing in between each one. And then I'm going to snip off this one and place it down here so that I didn't have to punch an entire additional piece. So that's what you would do if you were making just one card. And this, like I said, was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you know it's going to get, well, you don't know. I know. It's going to get trimmed down to 4 by 5 1/4 to put onto my colored card base. So I am not worried about this little piece up here because I'm just going to cut up here for the 4, and I'm going to cut off here for the 5 1/4. So that little corner is not even going to show. So I'm not going to worry about that. And then this would go on to a colored card base. And isn't that fun and easy just to make one card? I love this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I learned this from Kirsten Del Rosario. She is a demonstrator on my team, and she and I co-host the soiree events and our annual crafting cruise. And I'm pretty sure I learned this card layout from her, I think. So hang on, I'm going to turn around and cut this down to the 4 by 5 1/4, just so you can see it. All right, so there you go. That is the piece when it's cut down, and I think it looks so beautiful, doesn't it, when it's all trimmed? It's so pretty. And I should have had a piece of cardstock here. I'm just looking through my pre-cut cards to see what I might want to put that on. Hang on. What color do you think? What should we... I'm wondering about peacock. I think that would be really regal looking, but apparently I don't have a peacock. Oh yeah, wouldn't that be gorgeous? Let's do that. Let's cut this. And let's see how that looks. I think it'll look gorgeous. Oh, by the way, I learned a tip the other day, a week ago or so. I think it was Tammy, was it your video or I think it was Tammy's video. She said replace your scoring blade. Holy cow, this makes such a much nicer score than my old scoring blade. I didn't realize really that they should be replaced every once in a while, but my goodness, what a difference that made. Thank you, Tammy, for that tip. Okay, so then that's really all there is to making a single Heartfelt Hexagon card. Beautiful. You can mix and match as many patterns as you'd like from your package. You can also bring in other packages of paper, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And then I just like to, you know me and all my pre-cut, die-cut pieces, I just have like a million over here. And then just think about, you know, what might I want to put on here? oh, that looks really pretty. I might do that for a stamped greeting. And really, you can leave it at that. You don't have to add ribbon. You don't have to add little sprigs of whatever, but I think that would be gorgeous. I think I'll definitely finish this card off later. But again, this is in the holiday catalog, Regal Winter. Yeah, Regal Winter. So beautiful paper. And sometimes if you find a paper, let's say overwhelming, these patterns are pretty dang busy. When you see them in the full sheet, they're pretty busy, right? Like, let's pull this one out. That's a lot going on, right? But for me, when I punch it into these hexagon pieces, this feels more palatable. I'm not overwhelmed by this. It's just pretty. So if you find a paper that you feel is a little overwhelming, try out this Heartfelt Hexagon technique. Yeah, replacing it maybe once a year, Tammy. Exactly. Yep. It really made a difference. Oh, was somebody asking? It's the hexagon punch. What did you use? Yeah, the hexagon punch. It was what I was talking about in the beginning, Janet. Maybe you missed in the beginning. What was it? Page 96 that I was saying. I think it was 96. Yeah, I was showing in the catalog that it's really not here, but that's it, and it's listed. And so it's really difficult to see, literally, in the catalog. Yeah, the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. So again, you can see all of the supplies, Janet, on my blog today. They're all listed there, and it's linked up above in the video. Let's see. Any other questions I missed? Oh, thanks, Karen. I'm glad you like this. Oh, Blackberry Bliss would have been pretty, Shannon. Sorry I didn't see that before I grabbed the peacock. What is the long bladed? Oh, these are the ones I show you all the time when I cut my foam adhesive sheets. They're from Staples, and they are a titanium scissor that doesn't get gunky. The brand is True Red, Trured, from Staples. And they don't get gunky. So that's why I was cutting that piece, because I didn't want glue on my paper snips. Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, Shannon said she would have punched out another hexagon, but that's a paper saving tip for you. So let's now look at my idea for doing 4 cards at once. And this is something that I thought of when I was making this set of 4. And I thought, rather than starting with your 4 by 5 1/4, what if we started with an 8.5 by 11 and we just start filling it up and we cut it in quarters? It's kind of like a one-sheet wonder. So when you do just a single card, it basically takes 7 to 8 hexagons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, right? And then we cut these in half, and then we cut that one in half. So 8. So it takes 8, basically. I mean, you might be able to puzzle it together with 7, but about 8 to do one card. But when you do a whole sheet and you do what I was showing you, where you cut off these and you flip them up to the top and you cut them off the side and you flip them over to here, this only takes about 24, 25-ish, give or take. It depends how you do it, to do all 4. So that's like the same amount that it would have taken to do 3 single cards. So you're kind of getting like a free card by doing the whole sheet, because it takes only like 3/4 of the amount of hexagons. So happy, happy, happy. Patty is happy. Patty has penguins. And this is the new Snowy Scenes designer paper. I've punched out all the patterns. And I wanted to show you, so these are not glued. So I wanted to show you, just checking, are these all glued? These are glued. So I did kind of the same idea that I showed you on the first card. I started down here and I went across and I did the next row and the next row. And so I'm just going to kind of chat and show you what I did to finish this off, and then we'll cut it into quarters. And then I have one that is vertical. So we're going to look at that one. And that one uses the brand new Reindeer Days paper. And it is adorable. As you can guess, it has some reindeers. And when I start to do a sheet like this, what I do is I kind of plan out in my mind, and I said to myself, well, if this is going to be cut in quarters, what I really would love is for there to be a penguin in each quadrant. So I kind of laid out those pieces like that at first. And then I just started puzzling in all of the rest of the patterns and colors. Like you want a variety of color too. Well, I do. You can make it however you want. You don't have to have a variety of color. But I think I'll do that one. I wanted a variety of colors and patterns. And so I tried to kind of space out like the candy canes, the stripes, the snowflakes. I just tried to put them all over so that we would have, well, so that you wouldn't have like 3 stripes together, right? You want them spaced out. So you can see I spaced out the stripes. I spaced out the holly. I spaced out the trees and the candy canes and all of them. That was my idea with this. But by doing this, you're only, doing this large sheet. And then you're going to cut it in fourths. And you'll have 4 cards. Isn't that fun? So I glued myself to the cardboard. Hang on, sorry. There we go. I need one more piece for down here. I did have a few scraps over here. I wonder. Kind of feel like I have a lot of snowflakes already happening. Have that piece, and I had this piece. Yeah, that's not, wait. No, that's not going to work. Let's punch a new one. Let me grab this pack, and I'm just going to punch another piece. I'll show you a little trick. I'm thinking maybe another piece of candy canes. So I do want to show you a little trick here. So here's the candy canes. You can, if you need to, you could punch like right down here. If you only needed, that little piece like we put up at the top, you could punch like that. You don't have to do a full one. So kind of try to use up your pieces, and don't punch, like right into the middle if you're only going to need like a scrap piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch, let me just trim this off. I'm just going to punch right down here like that, because all I need is that top portion right there. So I don't need to do a whole punch right up in the middle. Hope that's making sense. After you do 1 or 2 of these, it's like, oh yeah, I get it. I see what I need. I see that I could trim this off and put it up there, or, whatever. Now, again, I'm not going to worry about that strip because I'm going to cut this down to 10.5 by 8 and then cut that into quarters. So I'm going to cut it off of here. I'm not going to worry about those 3 blank spaces. Ah, genius as always. You're kind, Tammy. I do love the reindeer paper too. We're going to use that in a minute. Yes, if you wanted to do a 12 by 12 also, you could get 6 cards. Exactly, Kim. Oh, I love my penguins, Faith. Oh, Debbie says she's dizzy looking at it. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. So let me turn around and cut this. But I'm going to show you that. Actually, let me lay this out. I'm going to try and connect these the way... Oh, this is a true puzzle. Hang on, I can see these two go together. Must have been like this. Yep. Okay. So I want to show you that if you do it vertical and you cut it into 4 pieces, I think you can see how the pattern's carried across. That's what this was. This was a vertical cut into 4. This is a horizontal. So I just want to show you that difference. Sorry, still cutting. All right, so that is that whole sheet if you did it vertical and then made 4 cards. And then if you do it horizontal, well, now I got to puzzle this back together. I don't remember which way this went. Oh, I can see it. I can see it. And then, nope. Wait. Must be like this. Yep. Okay. So then if you cut it horizontally or make it horizontally and cut it, now you have 4 card fronts for the same paper, same idea, but you have horizontal cards. Okay, Julie was asking about using the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. So since I was just gluing these and the glue was wet, I really didn't want to put it in this paper trimmer. I didn't want to get glue on my blade. So I turned around and I used my Carl cutter, which is a heavy duty paper cutter. I just did not want to risk getting my Stampin' Up! Trimmer gunky. I can easily clean, well, I could have cleaned it, I guess, but that's why I turned around and used that. It was just preference. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the punch, Diana. Yep, good way to use up scraps. Let's see. Who else are you able? Oh, that was the question. Yeah, so dang cute. Oh, Tammy, you don't have the hexagon punch? Oh my goodness, I am surprised. It's such an awesome punch. So let me show you what I used to complete these 4 cards. Same paper in the new holiday catalog. So now you get another sneak peek. There are 3 ephemera packs, and I decided to open these up and use them to decorate these cards. So this one is called Tags for the Season, and you can see it has all different shapes and sizes of tags. I used one there, and there's actually one behind that. This one, love, love, love. So cute. I think this is going to sell out quickly. Joyful Images. And so that's where I got the snowman, the cocoa mug, the, It's not an ice cream cone, Patty, is it? That is a candy cane. The tree and the stocking, so those were all in this pack. And then there's this pack that is all greetings, and it's called Joyful Sayings. And so I grabbed a saying to put onto each one. So if you're kind of keeping track here, there are no stamps on these cards. It's all paper. So therefore, this is paper crafting, my friends. And I wanted to show you these adorable new peppermints. I put the peppermints on all of these cards. This is one of the new embellishments. I did post a picture of all the embellishments here on my business page on Facebook earlier this morning. So if you want to see them all, I showed them all. But I've got cute little peppermints on each card. And you might... Oh, I missed this one. Oh, no, I didn't. Look, look, look. Do you ever just make yourself smile? I do. So that is a sneak peek at the Snowy Scenes paper. Patty calls it the penguin paper because, you know, cuteness overload of penguins. And the ephemera packs and the peppermint candies. So I wanted to show you that. And now we're going to look at a sneak peek of the reindeer paper. And I combined a couple of sheets of some new 6x6 paper with this one. But I wanted to show you, oh, my piles got all mixed up. I had two separate piles. Well, not anymore, friends. Not anymore. That's okay. We're still gonna make this. So these cute patterns, look at how cute all these are. Aren't these adorable? These are from the Reindeer Days paper. And I think they are completely, totally adorable. I love, love, love bright red and green for Christmas. I know that the pinks and the baby blues and sometimes even lavenders, I know that's popular and trendy, but I am a girl who loves real red and a really true bright green for Christmas. So these make me happy. And what I did was I decided to pull in that new 6x6 stack. Oh, what is this called? Please hold. Please hold. It is called Take a Bow. I know it sounds like Take a Bow, but it's with the Bow Builder. So here we have the patterns in that stack. And I decided to combine it. So I was punching out of a bunch of pieces of that. And I wanted to show you, kind of talked about this a little bit on the penguin card, but I wanted to show you again what I meant about how I lay this out. So if I'm going to start here with a reindeer, then I'm just going to set a reindeer up there. And then I've got bells. So I'm going to find my other piece of the bell paper and I'm going to just put it up there. So we have these cute little Christmas lights. So I'm going to separate those. Might do some dots. Do I have more dots? It's this one. So dots. So then I'm going to separate a piece of that. Let's say I want some presents. So I'll put some presents here. And then I'll put some presents up there. Maybe I want, oh, look at this cute plaid. Maybe I want some plaid. Do I have another piece of plaid that I punched? Let me see what's on this side. It's those dots. Oh, here it is, the dots. Okay, so then I would maybe put a piece of plaid up there. So let's do another reindeer and a reindeer up in this quadrant. Oh, look at these stripes. Those are just, oh, look at that side. Oh my gosh. My mind is like on overload. I can't even, just can't even. I love all these. So maybe we want some trees and some trees. Oops, nope, look at this. So I punched at the edge of the paper And so this one is going to have to go up at the top because that's going to get cut off. But maybe we, yeah, some of that. So I think we will want, where do I want this one? I don't want him to get chopped in half. Maybe he goes up here and I move this one. And then we have little reindeer. So those might get puzzled in there. And that one might go on the edge. But do you see what I'm doing so that I don't end up with a whole bunch of something all clumped together? I'm really doing my best to make it so that all of these patterns get kind of spread out. I just seriously love this one with the presents. I don't know why. That one just really floats my boat. So before I glue, this is kind of what I would do, is just give it a little bit of a layout like that. And then I would just start gluing, and then I'll just puzzle in the rest of these at the end. But I wanted to show you that's kind of my my format of how I would do the full sheet. And this one, of course, would be horizontal. So when you cut it in quarters, you'd have the 4 horizontal cards. But I wanted to show you that I did one that I glued all together. And I don't know if I can get this puzzled back together for you, but oh, there we go. Not too bad. And so that's what it would look like then when you get them all glued vertical on a vertical piece and cut it in quarters. So, oh, my friends, that was a lot. Oh, you love these. Good. I'm glad you like these. Thanks, Stacy. Oh, yes, is that the one you missed, Tammy? Oh, yeah, it's such good paper. It's such good paper. Let's see. It's hiding in a bow bundle. The paper, is that what you were asking about? Sorry, I'm just reading comments that are scrolling by kind of quickly. So, let me take a minute. Let me spread some of these out here. And if you had a question that I missed, could I ask you to please retype it? Because you could tell, I was really in the zone here, and I was really having fun making these cards for you. So the sets of 4 then would make cute gifts. It would get you a great head start on your Christmas cards. Pretty easy to make. Fun way to use up paper. You have the birthday cards. You have just sort of miscellaneous patterns here from designer paper packs. You have a fun way to use I call it the duck paper, Lily Pond Lane. A way to maybe use paper that could be a little overwhelming, but it tones it down a bit when you do this sort of a hexagon idea. And again, if you tuned in later or you missed it, it's the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch from Stampin' Up. And all of these supplies, if you've missed them, are on pattystamps.com today. You can click any of those and shop. You cannot get the new paper yet, of course. That's holiday catalog, so you'll have to wait for that. But the other papers I showed you are available. Several of them are on sale, so don't miss the sale in August. Oh, Julie, glad you liked the tips. Oh, good. Connie likes the bow die. Thank you, Hazel. Yes, quick Christmas cards. And fun, right? They're just really fun to make. I think they're fun. I think it's the wannabe quilter in me that loves piecing all these patterns together. Yeah, Donna, you might need the hexagon punch. It's amazing. It's been on and off of back order like for forever. It's so popular, it goes out of stock. It comes back, it goes out of stock. So it's something that you'd want to grab soon. Oh, thank you, Tammy. She did not see any other questions. So Sally, I posted the schedule about the holiday catalog. It starts on September 4th for customers. If you scroll back to my posts yesterday on my Facebook page, you'll see the schedule of all the online exclusives and all the catalogs coming up. So it is a September 4th release. And let's see. Yep, use the punches. Now, exactly. Yeah, Robin, it is available though. It's been available for several weeks, so you might want to jump on and grab it before it goes back on unorderable. I was going to say something else. Let me look at those comments. It was something that somebody said, and now I don't know what it was. Well, you know, that's what happens to old brain. Let's see. I'm glad you all enjoyed these. Thank you for joining me. Next week, we will have more of an unboxing with more new product. I just wanted to give you a little sampling of some of the new products with this hexagon punch card idea today, and then you can see the rest of the products that I got next week. Anything else? Let's see. The bow die, Claire, let me look. I'll find the page for you. I can't show it because it's inside the catalog, but I'll find it for you. It is on page 39 with that take a bow paper. Let's see, what else? Yeah, it is a bundle, but you don't have to buy it as a bundle. I did not buy the dies, but I bought the paper. Lori, you're so sweet. She said, this was my first live. I'm hooked. Great presentation. You are so sweet, Lori. You can go back and see all of the replays. I've got them all on my YouTube channel. That's the easiest place to look at all my Friday lives. But if you go to Patty Stamps on YouTube, you'll find about 450 of these. If you want, that's a lot, I know. But if you want to watch any of them, you're welcome to. Yes, Keisha, you're right. She says the bow die looks nothing like a bow, so it's easily missed. You're exactly right. You're welcome, Kim. Thank you, Shirley. Love you too. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. The 49ers play tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. Gonna wear my 49ers shirt and cheer on my 49ers. So excited for football season to start. Oh, good. Thank you. Johanna says that she has made these before, but my ideas are outstanding. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. Let's see. Is your new form posted? Yes. Cindy, if you go to my blog post yesterday, I have the form to get a catalog. So if you would read all of the information and fill that out, you can see that. Let's see. What red and green did they use to... It's this one that I was using that I showed you. It's the Take a Bow paper. And these are the patterns that they used to make the bow because it's part of that bundle. But you can buy it separately, like I said. Oh, Tammy, you're so sweet. She just put the link to my YouTube channel. You are so sweet. Nadine says, she's amazing. I want to be like her when I grow up. Are you talking about me? If so, that's super kind of you. You're so sweet. I'm full of incredibleness. I might have to frame that. Thank you. That's so sweet. You guys really make my day. I was kind of in the dumps this morning, and let me just say that you never know how much a sweet comment will mean to someone. So I just want to thank you for your very kind comments. Really, truly, from the bottom of my heart. It makes me smile, and you made my day. Oh, Nancy, I'm sorry. I misread your question. Which reds and greens? Garden green, granny apple, and real red. I'm sorry, I misread your question. Yeah, those are the three colors. And Nadine, if you are a demonstrator, you can see that in the online store. If you are a customer, then you will be able to see that on September 4th, in the online store. You can always see the colors. Love my enthusiasm. You know what? Even after 29 years, Claire, I am so excited about new Stampin' Up! Products. I mean, you can tell, right? I just love to craft and create and share with you. Thank you, Patricia. That's super sweet of you. You are so kind. Thanks, Debbie. Well, again, thank you everyone for joining. I am glad you enjoyed these. I'm going to take a picture of this. I think this is like a lot of amazingness right here. A lot of happy colors. And I'm going to go make myself a little lunch and head to the post office, and I will see you all next week. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.